Here with reaction, Fox News contributors are Ari Fleischer, Joe Concha. You know, I'm not taking a victory lap here, Ari, I'm not. But we on this show were right about this. We were right about Russia collusion. We were right about FISA. We were right about top secret classified information. We were right about the double standard. We were right about the valuation of Mar-a-Lago. We were right about pretty much every issue. We were right early in my career, Richard Jewell, right about Ferguson, Missouri. We were right about Trayvon Martin. We were right about and George Zimmerman. We were right about UVA. We were right about Duke Lacrosse. I can go down the list. We get it right. We work hard to get it right. I'm not expecting anyone on the left to ever pat us on the back, but they purposely got it wrong because it was that obvious to the country. I think it's the biggest presidential scandal in history. What say you?
Yeah, I mean, the fundamental issue is the President of the United States capable of carrying out his duties? And if not, what are the implications? That is the story that the press missed. And they didn't only miss it, they protected it. They were an active part of it. If you remember, they could get their names and their pictures on a card with the question they were going to ask the president. You had to play ball with the White House in order to do that, which too many mainstream media reporters did. They also did it because they understood Donald Trump was lurking, that they needed to prop up Joe Biden and make sure Joe Biden wasn't seen as frail or weak or in mental decline, because if that was the case, it could return Donald Trump to the White House, something reporters made the calculation they could never let happen. And that's where they became activists. Activists to prop up Biden, take down Trump, and that is what they call journalism. Instead, it's called partisan activism.
And it was the biggest national security threat, Joe Concha. Yeah. That is the dangerous part of this equation. But you cover the media better than anybody. What's your take overall? We knew they were lying. The American people knew they were lying. I think that's why I claim legacy media is now officially dead. I declared it in 2007. Journalism's dead. Now legacy media is dead. They will never be trusted again, in large part because of this cover-up.
And Sean, you're using the right word there, which is lying. In other words, when you hear from some media members now that, oh, we missed the story, or that we were actually, misled by the White House. No, you weren't. You knew exactly what was happening. To Ari's point, to your point, if you have eyes and ears and sobriety and sanity, you saw the way Joe Biden was acting in the rare times that he was in front of the American people outside of a teleprompter, where he became a human Chernobyl. And I'm so glad that you showed Brian Stelter there defending Joe Biden as late as June of 2024, because that proves, Sean, you can't put Humpty Dumpty back together. And I'm equally glad also that you played Joe Scarborough talking about Biden being sharp as a tack as late as 2024 as well, because there's no bigger ass clown on television right now than Joe Scarborough. And I don't think Democrats, Sean, really realize and are really absorbing just how much this failed, this absolutely pathetic cover-up has eviscerated this already destroyed and broken and rudderless brand that is the Democratic Party. I mean, can we just have one Democrat, one prominent one, say the right thing, the honest thing, the logical thing, which is Joe Biden should have dropped out in 2022 or not even run for president in 2020, because apparently, according to Jake Tapper, this downshouting has gone on since 2025. We were wrong to run him, and we were wrong to install Kamala Harris as a candidate. This was a failed cover-up, and I'd just like to hear some Democrats admit it. Until they don't, I'm sorry, this party is in real trouble right now.
They're in trouble, and then there's fake Jake Tapper. Part of the cover-up, part of the lie. Now he's going to cash in on it. Can't make that one up. Thank you both. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.